Hi everyone, it's time for another reaction video here at Hofer Studios. I'm very excited for this one because it's one of my favorite bands. It's about Nine Inch Nails and the song is named As Alive As You Need Me to Be. It will be featured on the original soundtrack of the new Tron movie, which is called Tron Ares. So basically I had a hard time skipping everything that had to do with the Tron trailer and stuff like that. So I tried to isolate myself and I really didn't listen to the song yet. A few words about Nine Inch Nails. Formed in 1988, it's about Trent Reznor, who was the mastermind and the only really member of the band. Members changed and he was a pioneer in sound design, production, digital audio workstation development, so to say. Really a pioneer in making music in the alternative and industrial scene. And he was working with artists like Marilyn Manson. He kind of produced the band. He worked together with David Bowie, with Halsey, with Queens of the Stone Age. And he always had participated in soundtracks. So like in the movie The Crow, Lost Highway, I remember, and Natural Born Killers, of course, of that. And when he met Atticus Ross, a famous British producer and songwriter himself, they wrote the soundtrack of The Social Network, and they had a Oscar for it at the Academy Awards. So basically, there is a lot to tell. He's a visionary. He's a strong character and absolute great producer. So I'm curious now to listen to the song. Let's dive right into this here.
Makes me feel infection. It's almost like a tongue on the back of my neck. I never had a choice, connection. I never had a chance to catch my breath. It's eating up the space between us. It's eating up all remaining doubt. It's filling up the hole inside you. It's trying to find a way to let itself out. Give me something to believe in. All these hands have got a hold on me. Give me something to believe in. As alive as you need me to be.
I have to stop right now because this is mind-blowing. I love it. And I have to say the sound evolved a little bit. I hear the classical Nine Inch Nails vibes because it's always about a lot of sampling. He does his sampling himself, so we have a lot of alive little sound cues hidden in the back, soundscapes, distorted or bit crushed things. But the sound in general is quite modern and up to date now. It's really fresh. I recently been to a concert where he was collaborating and did a remix set within the concert with Boys Noise. So he's interested definitely in what's going on in the music scene all over the world right now. And it still has the classic Nine Inch Nails vibe combined with a really solid modern basic beat appearance. So we have synths, we have sample layers, we have these scapes, and of course the typical feel of that yeah, let's say the harmonic structures which speak the Nine Inch Nails language.
You want to learn how to professionally mix and produce your music? The audio engineering course Hofer Audio Diploma makes it easy to do this online, with lots of practical exercises and feedback from experts. During our special offer, you will save up to 30% and get all Hofer plugins as a gift.
I have to listen to another chunk of this.
Always gonna go this way, there's no turning back. Never any other way, there's no turning back. Everything for a reason, everything for a reason, everything for a reason, everything for a reason.
Nine Inch Nails are masters of sound design, and if you ask yourself why is that sound so massive within the chorus, well, here is one way to achieve this kind of sound. Usually they were mixing guitars with synthesizers, but this is about Tron, so we're gonna concentrate on the synths. You need 4 elements to produce that sound. It is first of all layering synths, second of all distortion, lots of distortion actually, third thing is bending the pitch, and the fourth is being passionate for the sound. So let's take a closer look. Maybe we start off with a beat. We need a kick here and a snare, as well as the characteristic clap, an off hi-hat and a little bit of hi-hats, 16th notes. So for the rest of the basses we need some typical arpeggio, maybe double it, yep. And Trent likes risers or downers, so movement. In our case upwards. But now let's concentrate on the first layer of these sounds. I won't bother you with too much details, but this is a sample. Too rough? Too silent? Let's add distortion. Yes, a soft clip. But if you wanna have more space underneath the distortion, add a little reverb to it. Nice strategy. As I mentioned before, bending plays a huge role here. And maybe a little bit detuning to have the movement and the rich sound. Here you can see the notes are bending onto each other. So let's go for the next layer. A distorted pad. This time a harmonic. FM style. You can see the rich overtones here and a little bit filter movement. Multiband compression for a stable tone, distortion and a nice chorus, a Juno. Alright, more distortion using Hofer system. Very good. Next layer, this one will be using another harmonic. As you can see, a high layer, 1 octave up. Add distortion and add even more distortion. This time it's a wavefolder distortion, which is a classic FM sound of the 80s. Here goes our last layer. Again, we use some wavetable, as you can see. The wave is played. Then we add some, let's guess, distortion. And you can hear the typical grittiness of a Nine Inch Nails sound. Let's check them together. Oh yes! Here we go.
Give me something to believe in. All these hands have got a hold on me. Give me something to believe in. As alive as you need me to be.
I think Atticus Ross is a resident member or like an official member of Nine Inch Nails around 2016, since 2016, and you can hear the influence, and you can literally tell that they both like play around with stuff, because yeah, we have this typical 80s vibe of the vocoder in it, and as I can tell, it's the red color is telling that in the Tron universe we have the red color for the bad guys and the blue color for the good guys, and this is about some drama going in, which you can tell by the harmonies that are going in. I think the vocal sound is a bit different from what I used to know from Nine Inches, because it's very warm and wide, plus it's still direct as we know it from Reznor, because he tends to have his vocals very emotional, rough or distorted, and not too much a haul or delay onto it. This is an overwhelming combination of really modern style, classic Nine Inch Nails, and things that are dedicated to the Tron soundtrack. Remember, the last Tron soundtrack was done by Daft Punk, and this is quite more dirty and dark from the tone on. So let's listen to another chunk of it. Break! Whoa, okay. So we have a kind of outro to this song. Yeah, I have to tell, these guys really know to handle modular synths combined with digital audio workstations and a lot of post-production, which is needed when you work on film scores and original soundtracks. And all of this comes together, all this knowledge, all this experience, and all these qualities. I mean, the break with that fat synth and these like distorted and bit crushed synth bits that are on there, and still on that solid basic beat, which doesn't really relies on too much elements, but basically on this majestic walking beat. So I don't know, what do you think? Tell me in the comments what I forgot to address. I'm pretty much overwhelmed, and I'm curious about the whole soundtrack now that I know that it has a kind of direction. I think we have a slight taste of what this is about regarding Tron Ares and the work of Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor. I'm a fan, I have to admit, and yeah, if you like it, this is about audio engineering at its best and about sound designing. So if you're interested in more, visit hofer-college.com and join us for more. See you soon. Thank you very much.